great kingdom of Adorning, King Olumide and Queen Adesewa longed for an heir. Years passed, and their prayers were finally answered, but not with a son. Instead, the queen gave birth to 12 daughters, 6 sets of identical twins. Each pair was breathtakingly beautiful, their elegance beyond words. As they grew, their bond strengthened, and they took joy in dressing alike, a dazzling display of their unity and grace. The kingdom adored the princesses, but whispers grew among the elders. Adorning needed a male heir. Despite this, the king refused to take another wife, declaring that his daughters would bring prosperity in their own way. But beneath the palace's golden walls, shadows lurked. A secret prophecy foretold that the princess's beauty would bring both fortune and peril. One fateful evening, an oracle was summoned to the palace. His voice trembled as he spoke. "Your daughters are a blessing, but beware, for envy will rise against them. The heart that seeks to divide them will bring sorrow." The queen clutched her chest, fear rising within her. Who would dare harm her precious girls? True to the prophecy, tension grew. Rival kingdoms, once allies, envied Adorning's wealth and the princess's fame. Suitors arrived in droves, desperate to claim a princess for marriage. But the sisters made a secret vow they would only marry if they found twin brothers, men who shared a bond as deep as theirs. Years passed, and the princesses blossomed into women. Then, at a grand festival, fate intervened. Among the royal guests were 2 sets of twin princes, for men who matched the beauty and strength of the princesses. The moment their eyes met, a silent connection sparked. But love was never simple, and the path to happiness would be riddled with trials. The first challenge came from within, though the sisters had sworn to remain together. One of them, Ebony, fell for a prince who was not a twin. Her heart wavered between love and loyalty. As she struggled with her decision, the whispers of betrayal grew louder, threatening to break the sisters' sacred bond. As Ebony's heart waged war, a greater threat loomed. A jealous nobleman, once rejected by the king, sought revenge. He forged an alliance with a rival kingdom and hatched a sinister plan to kidnap the princesses on the eve of their engagement. On the fateful night, under the cover of darkness, the attack came. The palace guards fought valiantly, but the enemy was prepared. The princesses, despite their elegance, were not helpless. Trained in self-defense since childhood, they stood their ground, striking fear into their captors. But the battle was far from over. Just when hope seemed lost, the twin princes, armed and ready, led an ambush against the invaders. The battle was fierce, and in the chaos, Ebony was taken. With a desperate heart, her sisters fought harder, determined to bring her back.
At dawn, Ebony was rescued, but not without scars. She realized then that love without loyalty was empty. She let go of her forbidden love and embraced the unity she had nearly shattered. The kingdom rejoiced, and the engagement went ahead. The wedding day arrived, a spectacle unlike any before. 6 pairs of twins stood at the altar, a love story written in the stars. But even in celebration, another twist awaited. The oracle's prophecy had not yet fully come to pass. On the night of the wedding, the sky darkened unnaturally. A messenger arrived with a dire warning. One last betrayal was yet to unfold. Within the palace walls, someone still plotted against them. Their most trusted advisor, who had feigned loyalty for years, revealed his true colors. Enraged by the king's unwavering faith in his daughters, he attempted to overthrow the throne, but he underestimated the unity of the royal family. The sisters, now queens alongside their husbands, stood together. The betrayal was thwarted, the traitor exiled, and peace finally restored. Adorning flourished under their reign, proving that love, unity, and courage could overcome even the darkest of prophecies. And so, the story of the 12 princesses, their unwavering bond, and their faithful love became legend, a tale whispered through generations, reminding all that true strength lies not just in power, but in standing together. Please subscribe. Thank you.
Wind, tales untold, stories of the brave, the young and the old. Through the hills and valleys where shadows roam, in the hearts of wanderers, dreams find home. Rustling leaves, secrets keep, footsteps of the lost where the willows weep. Echoes of laughter, tears and woe, carried by the brook where memories flow. Sing me a tale of yesteryear's sight, of moonlit nights and the starry sky, of heroes fallen and love that grows in the midnight whispers where the cold wind blows. In a cabin by the creek, old man Joe spin his yarns as the embers glow. A life of battles, of joy and strife, a tapestry woven in the twilight's light. Journeys long in the darkest night, faith as a lantern, flickering light. Hold close the stories in the heart's deep fold, for their treasures worth more than gold. Gypsies campfire dance so wild, children play in the wanderer's child. Old folk telling of times long past, in the circle's warmth the spell is cast. The wind, tales untold, stories of the brave, the young and the old. Through the hills and valleys where shadows roam, in the hearts of wanderers, dreams find home. Rustling leaves, secrets keep, footsteps of the lost where the willows weep. Echoes of laughter, tears and woe, carried by the brook where memories flow. Sing me a tale of yesteryear's sight, of moonlit nights and the starry sky, of heroes fallen and love that grows in the midnight whispers where the cold wind blows. cabin by the creek, old man Joe spin his yarns as the embers glow. A life of battles, of joy and strife, a tapestry woven in the twilight.